Episode 7 of the X-Rays Forensics Quick Start Guides is about copying files out. In a previous episode, we've already produced a report, which was a means of getting data out in a formalized and structured kind of way. The report, of course, allowed me to include report tables, which in turn contained any number of metadata fields, and then, of course, potentially the contents of the files themselves, recovered and linked. If in fact all you need is a couple of files copied out, and by a couple I mean that can be anything between the lot and just one, all you have to do is select your requirements. In other words, I could just press Ctrl A to select everything, or I could select a single file, or indeed, as I will do now, I will just select this one subdirectory of the pictures directory. A simple right click on your selection and then choose Recover Copy. It wishes to know where you would like things to be put. I will put this on my C drive in a folder, Recovered Files. Any path, of course, will do. What I can choose to do is have the original path recreated in the output directory, so the files will get copied out into this folder, of course, but then there will be a folder Pictures created inside that with a folder 0002 inside that, and then all the files inside copied into that. As an alternative, I could have chosen a grouping where files can get grouped, that is, put into separate output directories based on their existence, so existing files into one, previously existing files into others. Or by type, so JPEGs, PDFs, docs get separated by being put into separate folders. What I can also do is choose to include slack space if I wanted to, by not choosing to copy just the logical file contents, but actually including slack. I won't do that. I click OK, and as you can see, files have indeed been copied out. If I switch to that folder in Windows Explorer, I can now see the pictures directory produced in my output path. And in that output path, there's now a pictures directory with a 0002 directory and the files inside copied out. As you can see, this file here does not appear to work. Windows Explorer perfectly happily treats these pictures here, but this one seems to have failed. The recover copy function would have allowed a way of preventing that. As you can see, it offers the option append type as extension if newly identified. As you might recall from a previous episode, X-Rays Forensics, as part of refining the volume snapshot, can of course identify whether a type matches the name of the file or not, and, more importantly, if it does not, it can assign the type column the correct value. If this has happened, in other words, if X-Rays Forensics has identified a file to say, for example, be a JPEG, even though the name does not say so, the type column can be used as the extension, and that in turn would have meant that this copy process would have even modified the name to make it work properly in Windows.